Hello everyone, I am tarot.egyept. Today's fortune-telling theme is September has already arrived. Will the person you are thinking of take the initiative to contact you? Rely on your inner feelings. The fifth paragraph below. Consider whether the image or pattern on the cards from the second and third groups can correspond to the answer to the question. Trust your first instinct, choose it, and double-click on the card to reinforce this result. Is everyone chosen? Come and see if this person you are thinking about in September will take the initiative to contact you. Random draw, the first one. Chapter 2. Chapter 3. I can clearly feel this set of cards may be in your relationship. Not only involves money, reality and stubbornness, but also others. So actually for you, because the first sight is that kind, you will feel that your emotional relationship is actually a rather complicated situation.
You might lose
they involve a lot of material
people.
and so on. Either you and the person you are thinking of now are in a marriage relationship and are now divorced, or the feelings are calmed. Isn't that to say there are other influences in your relationship? Even though you're not married yet, the foundation of the relationship is good and is heading towards marriage or results. So this group of cards can clearly feel the strong characteristics of the earth sign, which means that one of you two, for example, your ascending star sign, or sun sign, or moon sign, for instance, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. These types have a strong sense of possession or control, which are very strong within your character. The one who particularly wants to take the lead is you and the person to your right. Your relationship is like two people constantly pulling back and forth. Oh, they all want to become said. There's a dialogue on dominance. Everyone wants to be the one in control. So let's look at 3 cards. Actually, in September, if you think about this person, will he take the initiative to contact you? I think up until now, he might still be in a process of digestion in September. It will digest your relationship. It will digest some of the complex things facing you. He will be dealing with or resolving this process. So, when he hasn't resolved it clearly, or hasn't worn it clear, or to say, resolved it well, the likelihood of him contacting you in September is not high. Why? Because I feel the past emotions you gave him brought a lot of pain. This pain, unlike the one you might slowly get over after a sleep, stings from time to time when you recall it. So for him, it's the past that he wants to break away from. How would someone who wants to break away from the past things contact you voluntarily? Only when he has soothed these things and digested these things. They may be positive thoughts, and then you may contact you. So I feel this group of cards. There's a lot of mutual entanglement, too complex. Both people may have impure thoughts at times and have to weigh the pros and cons. Let alone him, you would have it too. Although you might always use the name, the flag of love, to get him to do something for you, this person might not be willing. Actually, there's a lot of push and pull between you two. From these cards, it's clear that this person has been hurt quite a bit in your past relationship. You have certain expectations and things that you believe are right and want him to follow. He doesn't see it that way though. He feels you don't understand him, don't know him, or perhaps you're not considerate enough. So now, it's highly likely that you are in a fallout situation with each other, meaning a fallout that doesn't recognize people anymore. The current situation in your relationship is probably the worst there is. There's no worse time than now. So the advice to everyone is that this deck of cards may not have a great chance of you taking the initiative to contact you in September, but it does not mean that there is no follow-up in your relationship. Your relationship will. It's not impossible. It's just that the other person needs time to digest some of the past events. Well, let's draw a set of cards to see what kind of advice they can give. So let's draw one. Don't worry. These 4 words can be directly posted in the comment section to reinforce and remind yourselves of your relationship, no matter how terrible or what a dangerous thing happened, so you don't have to worry now. Maybe time will tell you the answer, or let it be. The results arranged for you online will certainly be better and more beautiful than what you think. The plot is more beautiful. This is the first set of cards. If you want to know more about its thoughts and your future development, you can come to AUN for analysis. This is a general interpretation of Group B for everyone. Let's see if the person you are thinking about in September will contact you. We pick one at random first. But in fact, the landlord still could. Although you can see the card face, those familiar with our babies often lying on their sides should know. I find that many people will have a misunderstanding in private comments, thinking that lining up must be bad. We need to distinguish what kind of situations. It's not that lining up must be bad. I can feel that this person is actually someone who has a strong attitude and his own ideas. He won't easily change for others. So, such a person is probably a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Fire signs, which fire signs are there? For example, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Earth signs, for example, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, they tend to have their own ideas. Or you could say they especially want to take a dominant position, that sort of type. When he realizes this relationship, or this person in his heart, when he feels threatened or uncomfortable, he won't take the initiative. And with this Emperor card, he might be showing signs of becoming a bit villainous currently. Or it's a little bit unlike the original self. I don't know if you all have noticed that the person you think about now is actually very different from the person you knew before. Before, your tolerance and patience were actually the situation is pretty good. She's won your heart. But now you will find that this person has changed. He's become unrecognizable. Treating you or his personality will be very different. If you notice this, you can put the word notice in. So you now think he's different from before. He has a lot of thoughts. Before, his idea might have been about how two people should get along, what I should do, what I can and can't do. But now he is different. He will not hesitate to do what he can and cannot do. It may also be because of the constraints or fatigue he felt in your past relationship. Now he feels like he can completely let himself go and do whatever he wants. Is he going to take the initiative to contact you in the next month? I think the chances of him actually taking action aren't that high, but it's not entirely impossible either.
What is it? Because his current personality or mood is unpredictable. Maybe he drank too much one day, or maybe he misses you on a specific night. Or when he is at a low point in his life, suddenly a call comes through, a message is sent. Because his current state is extremely unstable, even though we see from these three cards that in dealing with your relationship, he thinks there are many problems, whether it's external obstacles or the problems between you two. He feels powerless. He can't solve it with his own power. You tried to reach out to him. He either responds after a long time, or it feels like I don't you. Right, it makes you feel you can't get any closer to him. It's long like a human ball covered in thorns, making it hard to approach. So the third card indicates that it's not completely impossible. Although after seeing the first two cards, I feel the chances are low, but the third card shows the uncertainty inside him in his current state is too great from time to time or occasionally. Suddenly, when his mood is high, he might think and contact you. Of course, if he says he is now, if he's doing well and there's not much to affect him, he might not have thought of contacting you urgently. He needs something from you to stimulate him. He will bring out this action power. This set of cards doesn't mean there is no possibility this month. The probability is between when he encounters something or what kind of stimulus he may take this action. This is the second set of cards. Let's draw a card and see what advice the tarot gives you. Draw anytime. Just give it a try. Tell you what, you can take this initiative to try, but many babies might say, I've tried, but the other party didn't reply, or something like that. Don't dare to try, then you can wait for a while. Wait for some time. Everyone can choose to listen. If you want to know more about his thoughts and your future development, you can find AO for one-on-one analysis. This is an overall interpretation given to everyone by Gareth. Let's check out the babies in the third group of ballots, the one you thought of in September. Will he take the initiative to contact you? Calm your heart, we randomly draw. First draw the first one. Dear sister-in-law, you watch. Okay, first of all, 4 cards. I can sense that this person actually... It's not to say that he has no plans at all. In his heart, he must have plans. He may set a deadline in his heart, perhaps the same as you. This month or the next 15 days or so many days until the date, he feels that you might not be able to help but contact him, waiting for you and waiting. When he passes this threshold and sees that you haven't contacted him, he may start to panic in his heart. He wants to contact you. So, this set of cards suggests that he has some sort of plan to contact you. He just set a timeline for himself. So he's been waiting to see who between you two can't stand it. There's a feeling he's not really saying anything right now. He doesn't really want to reach out to you, or say he must make you reach out to him, but he doesn't know whether your relationship can continue, or there can be a result in between. This is the fundamental reason. It's not that he doesn't miss you or that he can't let you go in his heart. I think this person definitely can't let you go because of the first card he made. He can't let go of this relationship. He can't let go of you. He can't fully accept a new person. Even if he has other feelings now, even if he is meeting new people, but in his heart, he definitely can't let you go completely. But what is his concern? The concern is whether there is any result between you, whether your emotional relationship can be stable, whether you can give him a sense of security, whether you can give him the material basis he wants. Can you give him some things he wants at this time? That's what he's worried about. So, just because he hasn't contacted you doesn't mean he doesn't think about you. He might be worried about what will happen between you two if he does contact you, what the outcome will be. Sometimes, what he thinks in his heart, for example, let's get in touch with you. Temporary measures can help alleviate these thoughts and provide some emotional value. And then, what can it be like? It seems like nothing happened. You are still walking on the clouds between you, and the original problem between you has not been resolved. Just he thinks like that. So instead of this, I would rather digest these emotions alone. I would rather dissolve them alone. What kind of person is he? He is a results-oriented person. He does not value the process, he values the results. Whether you have results or not is what he cares about. So such a person is either a very rational person, or a very mature person, or a person who has experienced a lot. He has seen through the phenomenon, he has seen the essence, he has seen the future. He doesn't want to say we are just trivial every day and continue in this temporary way, but there is no result. That is, you will make him unable to see the future, unable to see the results. So what about you will make him have this feeling? Everyone, now think about it. What about you made him feel this way? So the third ranking is about stimulating this person. He definitely has this plan. It's about a game between you and him. It's about who can endure or who can't endure, because he definitely can't let go of this relationship. This is something we can clearly see. He has thought about ending this relationship completely, but he can't do it himself. But there is no result between you, so this person is actually very contradictory and entangled in his heart. I believe you are too. So, friends who are in the group, let's see what kind of advice Kaduhai has for you. This set of cards is too Jojang, huh? Learn to compromise. These 4 words tell you, in your past relationship, whether there are times when you also need to learn to compromise. Don't be so inflexible with your own ideas. If you're too inflexible, you'll trap both of you in a vicious cycle. You can type these 4 words in the comment section to strengthen the connection. Remind yourself from time to time to compromise and try to think from the other person's perspective. Instead of blindly insisting on yourself, this kind of stubborn insistence on yourself hurts the other person. At the same time, the feedback you receive from the other party may hurt you. Everything is cause and effect. It's how you treat others. In the end, the way others treat you, you think the other person is particularly stubborn, and the other person will also think you are stubborn. Can everyone imagine if this sentence makes sense? This is the 3rd set of cards, a general interpretation for everyone. If you have any other questions, or such as what you want to know about your future, or more ideas, you can come to IUIF for one-on-one analysis. This is the 3rd set of cards, a general interpretation for everyone.